beautiful people, and welcome back to Top Notes by A. Today I want to share 5 fragrances, 5 fresh, clean fragrances that you can use for fall and winter. Can you believe you don't have to be digging into your heavy hitters for winter? Even for winter and fall, when the weather is cold, you could use these 5 fragrances throughout the colder weather that we are about to embrace. If you guys are interested to find out which 5 fragrances that I have in my collection that are clean, fresh, and can be used throughout the cold weather months, stay tuned. Guys, before I show you these 5 fragrances that I have in my collection that are fresh and clean, that can be used for fall and winter, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're finding me for the first time, my name is Amanda. This is Top Notes by A. On this channel, I review all things fragrances. I also show you tips and tricks to buy most fragrances at a discount. Every once in a while, I will throw in a fashion and a beauty item, but mostly I review fragrances. That being said, the first fragrance that we are about to discuss is from Acqua di Parma. Or Acqua di Parma. Yeah, it's not Parma, it's Parma. And this is none other by CIPRESSO de Toscana. Let me tell you guys this. It got so cold one night here in my state, and I was about to work out. I saw this fragrance and I'm like, okay, let me just put it on. I put it on, I went and worked out. I came back, this fragrance, and I had to walk all the way from my house about 15 minutes, and as I was walking, I was feeling this fragrance. Throughout my workout, I was feeling this fragrance. I walked back, I was still feeling this fragrance. I came home, took a bath, put the same fragrance on, and went to bed. I woke up in the morning, I could still feel this fragrance. So yeah, that is why I'm choosing this fragrance that you can use for fall and winter. Even though it's a fresh smelling fragrance, it has rosemary in it, it has pine, it has coriander, it does have mox or no cedar in the base. It's a very fresh aromatic smelling fragrance, and it stays on the skin, it projects, you know, you move around. And even though it was cold that night and I was walking, I could still smell this throughout the cold. So yeah, that's why I'm saying that you do not always have to bring out your heavy hitters during the cold weather months that we are having or we are about to still have. You can still use this if you want something fresh and clean and citrusy and aromatic. Use CIPRESSO de Toscana from Acqua di Parma and move on. The next fragrance that I want to share with you guys that you can use during this winter, during fall and winter, and it's a fresh smelling fragrance, is by Banana Republic, and this is Cypress Cedar. This fragrance has cedar, it has the cypress wood in it, it also has bitter orange in the opening. This fragrance has black pepper, it has rhubarb. It works, it stays, it can cut through dark, chilling, cold weather. When it's chilling cold, you can still smell this fragrance. This fragrance, I'm telling you, the proof is in the pudding. The love is real for this fragrance. It's woody, it's aromatic, it's green. It works. It's one of my favorite fragrances to work out with. It's also a fragrance that I go to bed with. It's a fragrance that I have gone walking around the neighborhood when it's very cold, and when I tell you this fresh smelling fragrance can cut through that cold chilling weather, it can cut through the cold. So you don't always have to bring out a heavy hitter like the wood, incensey, woody note wood. those heavy fragrances like a Tiziana Terenzi fragrance to wear, or like a Delina. This is a very high performing fragrance from Banana Republic, and I actually bought this from Marshall's, if you guys can believe it. If you want, you can find it at So Avant-Garde, but I got mine from Marshall's, and you can find a lot of the Banana Republic, especially this collection from Bellington Coat Factory. Moving on. The third fragrance on the list of the 5 fragrances that I'm going to share with you guys that is fresh and it's fresh and it's citrusy and it can cut through the cold is from Jo Malone, and this is lime, basil and mandarin. It opens with lime. It has vetiver and patchouli in the base, and also it has basil, thyme, lilac and iris in the middle. This fragrance, when I tell you can cut through the cold weather, it can do it. I wore this the last time it snowed here, which was last week. It snowed and it was chilling cold, and I wore this and it cut through the cold. I can still feel this fragrance. So once again, there are fresh, clean smelling fragrances that can be worn throughout the year. This does very well during summer, it does very well during spring, and I'm finding out that it's doing very well this fall, and I think it's going to do perfectly well during winter, because winter is around the corner and this fragrance is still performing. So yeah, this is the third fragrance on my fresh, clean smelling fragrance for fall and winter. I move on. Jo Malone, lime, basil and mandarin. Moving on. Number 4 on the fresh, clean fragrance for fall and winter is by Calvin Klein, and this is Calvin Klein Woman. This is the Eau de Toilette. This fragrance is citrus, it's musky, it's fresh, it's citrusy. It opens with lemon. It has cassis, pink pepper. It also has peony. It has orange blossom. The base of this fragrance has incense and musk and cedar. Coming. Let me grab my... I'm coming. It has cedar in the base. This is a very fresh, citrusy smelling fragrance, and it can cut through the cold. So once again, even though it's cold and we're going through from fall to winter, if you don't want to put on something heavy, you can definitely use Calvin Klein Woman, and mine is the Eau de Toilette with the pink pepper, with the cedar in the base, with the lemon in the opening. It's a very well done, fresh smelling fragrance that can be used all weather, but then again we are in the cold weather months, so you can definitely use this getting up in the morning, going to work out, doing your errands around the house, going grocery shopping. You can use this. You can also use it for work. It will cut through the cold. It will cut through your layers that you put on for the weather. This fragrance will cut through all of them. Spray on your skin, spray on your clothes, spray in your hair, and you know, you will feel the presence of this fragrance, and you will not also be offensive to your co-workers when you use Calvin Klein Woman. And once again, this is the Eau de Toilette. I move on. Last fragrance, but definitely not the least on my 5 fragrances, my 5 fresh fragrances that can be used for fall and winter, is by Issa Miyake, and this is Loe d'Issy. I hope I pronounce it right, but if I don't and you know the pronunciation, leave it in the comment section. I love this fragrance. This fragrance has melon, it has lotus, I think it also has cedar in the base if I'm not mistaken. It's very fresh, it's floral, it's aromatic, slightly aquatic. It has lily of the valley in it. I love the fragrance, and it works. It cuts through the cold. It does what it has to do. It understands the assignment when you give it this, the assignment that you are about to give it this cold weather month. Loe d'Issy will understand it. So yeah, I'm choosing this as my last fragrance on my 5 list of 5 fragrances that you can use 5 fresh fragrances that you can use in the cold weather months. Moving on. If you guys have watched this to the end, it means you like what you see. Let me know in the discussion or the comment section below what 5 fragrances you are looking forward to using this fall and winter, and if you are looking forward to using any fresh fragrances for fall and winter, let me also know in the comment section. Guys, until I see you on another video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. And you know the routine. Stay blessed, smell fabulous, and bye for now.